If you've ever heard the words, oh, just get over it, you'll know that getting over and getting past the past is really difficult. It's challenging. It's transformative. I'm here today to share 10 tips on how to get over the past. Here we go. Number 1, acknowledge and accept your feelings. Face your emotions. I know there's a place where sometimes we feel, but if I start to cry, I'm never going to stop. This has hurt me so deeply. I'm traumatized by this. Cry. Let the tears fall. You will stop. Honestly, you will. You may feel as if it will never end, but it will come to an end. They say tears are a language known to God, so if nobody understands you, He certainly will, and He will comfort you. Before you can move on, it's really important that you're honest about your emotions, even if those emotions are anger, even if you feel you want to be vengeful, spiteful, you're sad, you feel guilt, you have regret. These are your normal human emotions and you're entitled to them. Everybody would be impacted in some way if they experience what you have been through. And so you are no different to the rest of us. It's okay. Accept that about yourself. Don't feel bad within yourself. Don't feel uncomfortable about how you feel. And most of all, don't suppress your emotions. Allow them to come out in some way. If you are angry but you're not able to speak to or connect with the person who has caused you the anger, maybe write them a letter. Use your journal, a notebook. Write a letter to them, one that you're not necessarily going to send, but one that's going to allow you to vent your spleen, get your anger out, just to express your emotions and to begin to come to terms with them. Recognize that you may have to accept what has happened in the past, even though it wasn't a good thing. Things aren't going to change. It's happened now. That's the past. There isn't very much you can do about it. And so therefore there has to be a sense or an ability to begin to accept it. What am I going to do? How am I going to move forward? I'm going to have to pick the pieces up. What have I got going for me? This is what you need to look out for. What are my positives? What am I grateful for? Number 2, understand what's holding you back. If you're constantly being pulled back and drawn towards the things of the past, you're not getting over it. What's triggering you? Because you need to treat that trigger like a grenade and pull the pin out, get rid of it, okay? Or defuse it, or whatever it is you do. It's a grenade, okay? So we need to get the make sure that it doesn't go off, that we're not going off, we're not getting angry, we're not exploding, we're not being triggered. Because they do say that whoever can do that to you kind of owns you, they are managing you, and you don't want to be managed by anybody else or managed by your anger. And so therefore, what specifically is tying you to the past? You need to have a look at it. Is it something that you can resolve? Is it a conversation that needs to be had, a letter that needs to be written? Is it the pain of a past relationship? Understanding the root cause of this attachment that you have to the past, because that's basically what it is what will help you to address it more directly. And you must also be willing to challenge your negative beliefs. Sometimes we have these negative beliefs which are like, I'll never find happiness. What a load of rubbish. Of course you will. Jamaicans say every hoe has its sticker bush. There's somebody out there for you. If it's a relationship, you may feel you're never going to get a job as good as the job you've lost, but no, you will. There are other good jobs out there. There are other places where you will work where you'll probably be happier than where you were. You won't have the anxiety of anybody trying to get rid of you, or what does tomorrow look like for me. Great opportunities are still there in life. Be ready to embrace them. And also throw away any thoughts of the fact that something negative has happened because you're not good enough. You are more than good enough. You really are. So challenge these beliefs and stay positive as best you can. And also have a compassionate mindset towards yourself. You've got to love on you sometimes. You've got to be willing to give yourself a hug and say, yes, I am lovable. Number 3, forgive yourself and forgive others. Now look, I'm not talking about the traditional form of forgiveness that you may have heard about in fairy tales and in the school playground, where you tried to do it but you couldn't do it. Look, this isn't blind forgiveness where you forgive somebody, you act as if you've pressed the reset button and everything goes back to the way it was until they do it to you again. We don't have that form of forgiveness now. What you do is you accept that what happened was a historical fact and you're ready to move on past it. That's it. In terms of equaling, revenge and other things, you leave that with the universe. Let the universe take control of universal matters. It will avenge on your behalf. Don't worry about it. And it won't be of revenge at that time when it happens, because all that happens, some people call it karma, is that, one thing will beget another. You behave in a certain way, there's going to be a repercussion. Every action will have a reaction. So bear that in mind. Try to forgive people. Try to let go of the anger and resentment over what they've done, and begin instead to embrace your brighter future and the good things that will be happening for you. Learn from the past, reflect on life lessons, look at your experience and the opportunities that have happened as a result of the past. I know that often things happen, they're so negative and you can't see any way forward. You don't see any way this is ever going to come out good. But I've had opportunities to laugh about things that happened in the past. Things I thought were going to leave me distraught forever became things I could laugh about. Why? Because as a result of what happened, something better came. I never saw that at the time, but I had a better opportunity, a better outcome as a result of a negative thing. That could be your story too. And look at, what am I going to learn from this? What do I need to gain from this? Don't get bitter, okay? Don't get mean, but begin to think about realistically, what lessons are there to learn from this experience? So it may be that looking at the past and using wisdom will help you to make better decisions in the future. And that's what it's all about. Focus on embracing growth. Have that growth mindset that I speak about, where you say, listen, this is a bad thing that's happened. It's really negative, but it's going to bring out the best in me. I'm going to bring my A game out now. I'm going to be better than I was. I'm going to embrace this as an opportunity for growth and for development, for learning, to be stronger and to become wiser. One less gap in my knowledge, okay? Also, number 5, focus on the present. Try not to think too much about the past. Distract yourself from that by focusing on the present. Be mindful. Think about the good experiences and the wonderful things that are happening for you now. Just embrace living in the moment a little bit more. And whilst it's good to also think about the future, not too much. You don't want to become fearful of the future as you're kind of trying to avoid the past. You're in the present. Now you're looking at the future and feeling a little bit anxious. Try not to do too much of that. Live in the present for as much as you need to, with an eye to the future, okay? So set yourself some daily intentions each day. Say, what am I going to accomplish today? What am I going to do? What's my goal for the day? Set those goals. And when you achieve them, celebrate your small wins, because you're celebratable. I'm making up new words now, but yes, celebrate yourself. Number 6, let go of things you can't control. We can't control everything. Sadly, not everyone's going to take our advice. Not everyone is going to do things the way we feel they should, which we know is probably the better way. We just haven't got that impact. We haven't got that influence. So we're going to have to accept that we can't control everything. Some things are definitely outside of our control. And so we have to move on. We have to adjust our mindset and make future decisions based on that. We also have to focus on accepting what comes in life. Look, if we believe that everything is going to be rosy in the garden all the time, that is what we call false expectation. It's false hope. That isn't the reality. Winter season comes in all areas of life at any point in time, and we have to be open to that. Things aren't always going to go the way that we would like them to, but we're going to keep it moving. Number 7, surround yourself with positive people. If not surround, if you think, but Janette, I don't have a positive friend anywhere, get online, follow me, okay? A word in due season. You can find me on various social media. I do a daily wellness session on TikTok. Follow me there, okay? But look for somebody to be an example to you of positivity and encouragement. It's really important. We do need it. In addition to that, look for people who uplift you. If you're around people and you leave their company and you just feel a little bit negative, limit your contact in those relationships, regardless of it being family members, friends, or whatever it is. Just don't get involved with them. Say goodbye. Start moving in the opposite direction, because you're going to get stuck into negative patterns of behavior as a result of that interaction. Without wanting to, you're going to find yourself reaching for things that aren't going to do you any good, and it will take you forever to get over the interaction you've had with them, because they've dragged you down, and now you've got to try and pull yourself back up. So limit your contact with negative people. Number 8, create new memories and seek new opportunities. Just pursue new things as you're living in the present. Pursue engaging activities, new hobbies, and things that you enjoy. Shift your focus from the past to things of the future, what you enjoy and how you're building an awesome future for yourself. Try something new, take on some challenges, and just refresh your mindset, okay, and bring joy into your life. That's how you do it. Also, build new relationships, whether it's friendships or romantic relationships. Pace yourself, okay? Pace yourself, but you can build new relationships. You can have new romantic relationships, and you can move forward, forming new bonds gradually, sincerely, authentically over time. Okay, don't rush. But yes, you can say goodbye to those old situations. That's the past. It's tired and played out. Number 9, if you need professional help, do seek it. If you're in the United Kingdom, you could ask if you can self-refer to a therapist. Okay, seek professional help. Look for somebody who can help you. If you have been traumatized, then things about you have changed, your thoughts have changed, and you might need some help to get back on track. Seek professional help to do so. Consider a therapist, a counselor, group therapy, or support groups. These are wonderful ways of connecting with other people who may have been through similar or what you have experienced as well. So you make that lovely connection, and then that helps you to realize that, you know something, this could happen to anybody. It's happened to other people, and that will help you to feel validated and able to move on. Number 10, focus on self-improvement. Gonna get along without you now. Whatever the past thing is, whatever the negativity, we're going to focus on being better than we were before, moving forward and establishing something better in life. We're going to work on our personal growth. The energy that we're going to use is not past energy, thinking about the things that have happened, but it's going to be energy that we use to make new inroads and to create opportunities in the future. Also, invest in self-improvement, whether it's learning a new skill, improving your physical health, joining the gym, working on your emotional well-being. Invest in yourself, focusing on a growth mindset. I love a growth mindset. We need to shift our mind to that place where we say, okay, then challenges come, but they help me. I can't avoid them. They're coming. I embrace them. They help me to be better than I was. And also practice gratitude. Gratitude is great to help you shift your focus from what you've lost to what you have. Look around at what you have and appreciate it. In conclusion, letting go of the past involves not acknowledging your emotions, accepting what has happened, and making a conscious choice to focus on the present and the future. No looking back. By practicing forgiveness, remember what I said about that. This isn't the form where we say it's as if it never happened. It happened. We've learned from it. I'm going to let it go. I accept it. I'm moving on. Forgiveness, focusing on self-growth, and surrounding ourselves with positive influences, we can move forward and build a far more fulfilling life. Bye for now.